Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So friends, are you planning on spending 5 days in Switzerland on an upcoming Europe trip? If yes, then this video is for you. Watch till end, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe kar lo dosto. So this 5-day itinerary will show you where to go, how to get around, where to stay, what to do, and even how much you should budget for your Switzerland adventure. So dosto, in this video I have shared some tips and tricks to help you prepare for your 5 days in Switzerland, including info on the weather, when to visit Switzerland, what languages people speak, what currency, how to get around, and how much to budget for this Switzerland itinerary. So friends, put on your travel planning hat and let's dive into the ultimate Switzerland 5-day itinerary. So this captivating country ranks highly on my list for a number of reasons. Low crime rates make it one of the best European destinations for solo travelers, especially the female solo travelers. The scenery is divine and diverse. It's logistically easy to get around, and thanks to a fantastic rail network, and there is so much to see, do and eat no matter your travel preferences. Also fondue, need I say more? So friends, this 5-day Switzerland itinerary is best suited to fast-paced travelers who want to make the most of each day, don't mind moving around a bit, and who are more interested in the landscapes and nature than city breaks and museums. So friends, on day 1 you can explore Interlaken. I would recommend arriving into Zurich and heading straight to Interlaken to begin your Switzerland adventure. Direct trains run every 2 hours, or trains with one train change in Bern run more often. Both trains take just less than 2 hours. And if you are arriving into Geneva instead, you can take a 2-train journey from Geneva to Interlaken with a short stop in Bern. It'll take between 2 hours 45 minutes and 3 hours. So there are lakes to kayak, walking trails to hike, slopes to paraglide off, and peaks to summit. Anyone who enjoys outdoor adventure while traveling is going to absolutely love it here. But even if you prefer to sightsee rather than get too sweaty, it's equally as impressive from a bus, a boat, or an easy to reach viewpoint. Check Airbnb. You can book a homestay or a hostel starting INR 3000, and a good 2 to 3 star hotel will cost you 6000 plus per night for a couple. And day 2 of this 5-day Switzerland itinerary takes you to Lauterbrunnen, a picture-perfect village that looks like it's straight off a postcard. It's only a short 20-minute train from Interlaken OST station to Lauterbrunnen. And friends, as far as photogenic destinations go, I can guarantee that the valley village of Lauterbrunnen is one of the most picturesque places you will ever see. Here you must visit a famous James Bond filming location, the Piz Gloria, from the 1969 On Her Majesty's Secret Service film, which sits atop the Schilthorn Alpine Peak. At 2,970 meters above sea level, it offers expansive panoramic views over more than 200 mountain peaks, including Manch, Eiger and Jungfrau. And day 3 of your 5 days in Switzerland gives you the chance to experience the top of Europe on a day trip from Interlaken or from Lauterbrunnen. One of the highest peaks in the Bernese Alps, Jungfrau towers above the valleys at more than 4,100 meters tall. But despite this area being known as the top of Europe, the mountain isn't actually the tallest in Europe, in Switzerland, or even in the Bernese Alps. Let me tell you, Mount Elbrus is the highest in Europe at 5,642 meters. Mount Rosa is Switzerland's highest at 4,634 meters, and Finsteraarhorn is the tallest in the Bernese Alps at 4,274 meters. So friends, you could either go to Jungfrau with a group tour or choose to go independently with a combination of trains and gondolas. So let me tell you, there's a new way to reach Jungfrau from Interlaken, which is also the fastest way at about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Start by taking the train to Grindelwald, then switch to the fancy new Eiger Express gondola for a 15 minutes journey to the Eiger Glacier station. And friends, from here you will change to the Jungfrau railway, which takes you through mountain tunnels to reach the top of Europe train station. You can book the tickets online. If you have a Swiss travel pass and U-Rail pass, you can get the discount also. And friends, for the old traditional experience of reaching Jungfrau, you can take the Wangenalp railway from Lauterbrunnen to Kleinscheidegg station, then change to the Jungfrau railway from there. This takes about 90 minutes from Lauterbrunnen plus another 20 minutes to get there from Interlaken, so 1 hour 50 minutes in total. And guys, there is one special tip for you: sit on the right side of the Jungfrau train for the best views. Friends, remember one thing, with this day tour you can't get any discount for travel pass though. So if you have a Swiss travel pass or U-Rail pass, you will need to just book the tickets yourself to make use of the discount. And friends, on day 4, let's explore Zermatt. An easy train journey with 2 changes, taking around 2 hours and 15 minutes. The first train is a short 22-minute train from Interlaken to Spies. Then change to get on Spies West train that will take around 26 minutes. Then a final change to catch the West Zermatt train, and it will take 1 hour and 6 minutes. Friends, let me tell you, Switzerland train stations are very easy to change at. Lots of staff to help, lots of tourists doing the exact same change, and these particular trains run constantly throughout the day. So in the unlikely chance that you miss your connection, no worries, there will be another train coming in half an hour or less. And best known as one of Switzerland's most iconic winter resorts, Zermatt is actually worth a visit at any time of the year, with incredible hiking opportunities through summer, vibrant colors in autumn, and wildflowers blooming on the alpine meadows throughout the spring. And friends, do not miss to take a scenic cable car ride across a glacier with a Matheran Glacier Paradise. It's Europe's highest cable car station at 3,883 meters above the sea level. For your final day of this 5-day Switzerland itinerary, the actual journey is the experience. You will catch the renowned Glacier Express Panorama train from Zermatt to St. Moritz, one of Switzerland's famous tourist trains and hands down one of the most scenic train journeys in the world. This 8-hour train slowly meanders through valleys, around mountains and over alpine passes, offering its passengers some of the most stunning scenery ever witnessed through a train window, and the windows are big too, curving at the top to give you uninterrupted views of Switzerland's magical landscapes. Express is a popular route for obvious reasons, and you will need to reserve seats in advance. Tickets are pricey, but you can save a lot by using a Swiss travel pass or U-Rail pass. That way you will only need to pay the seat reservation. Friends, St. Moritz boasts 5-star hotels, fancy ski resorts and gourmet restaurants, and it's the ideal place to enjoy a bit of luxury at the end of your 5 days in Switzerland. And if you are traveling on a budget, then don't stress. Spend your night at a cheap and cheerful chalet, grab a sandwich from the supermarket and enjoy it lakeside with incredible views that won't cost you a cent. So friends, at the end of your Switzerland 5-day itinerary, you could either catch the train back to Zurich to fly out, or if you are continuing your Europe trip, I would recommend catching another panoramic train, the Bernina Express, through to Tirano in Italy. From Tirano, you can either stay a while to enjoy the sleepy Italian mountain village, or take a same-day train on to Milan, where you can then fly or train to any number of cities in Europe. So friends, overall the country's climate is moderate, usually not too hot or extremely cold. In the summer months, from June to August, it's typically warm and sunny, though short, sharp thunderstorms can hit without warning. So always be prepared with a warm jumper and raincoat, especially if you are heading into the mountains. In autumn, especially September to November, the weather is unpredictable, sometimes mild and pleasant, sometimes super chilly and dreary. But the changing colors of the leaves make any autumn trip worth it. The busiest months in Switzerland in terms of summer tourism are July and August. So if you are able to avoid these months, then you will be able to take advantage of cheaper prices and less crowds. And friends, English is regularly spoken by 45% of the population, especially in the tourist cities. So if you are following this 5-day Switzerland itinerary, chances are you will be able to communicate in English. You can get direct trains to Switzerland from all over France, Germany, Italy and Austria, as well as Amsterdam, Budapest and Prague, to name a few. And Paris to Zurich is 6 hours 30 minutes drive, Munich to Zurich is 3 hours 25 minutes, Innsbruck to St. Moritz is 2 hours 45 minutes and Milan to St. Moritz is only 2 hours and 25 minutes. And friends, let me tell you, you can drive in Switzerland on your normal driver's license from home as long as the license is in English. If your license isn't in English, you will need to get an international driver's permit, that is IDP. If you plan on driving in Italy before or after your 5 days in Switzerland, you will need an IDP anyway, as Italy doesn't accept foreign licenses as valid permits on their roads. The best way to get around Switzerland is without a doubt to use the brilliant rail network. And if you are worried about the cost of trains adding up, don't stress, because you can get a money-saving travel pass to help you get the best bang for your buck when planning how to get from A to B. The two main national travel passes are the Swiss Half Fare Card and the Swiss Travel Pass. And guys, here is a special tip for you. If you are combing city breaks, mountain excursions and 1 or 2 panoramic train trips, then the Half Fare Card often ends up being the best deal. But if you are doing more panoramic train trips, less mountain excursions or the epic Grand Train Tour, then the Swiss Travel Pass can come out on top. If your Switzerland trip is part of a bigger Europe rail adventure, a U-Rail pass or an Interrail pass might be worth looking into. And friends, as far as accommodation in Switzerland is concerned, let me tell you, it will cost you 35 to 45 CHF for a bed in a shared dorm room at a hostel, and 75 to 100 CHF for a private room at a hotel or guest house, and 140 to 300 CHF per night for a simple but comfortable 3 to 4 star hotel with top ratings. Friends, if you are on a really tight budget and you have a kitchen at your accommodation to cook things like pasta, rice or noodles, or you are happy to live off supermarket foods like fruit, crackers, bread rolls, pastries and juice, you could keep your food cost to less than 100 to 120 CHF for 5 days if you shopped at big supermarkets. A meal out at a decent but not fancy restaurant will set you back at 25 to 35 CHF. A local beer or wine typically starts from 6 to 7 CHF, and it will definitely be more expensive in fancy bars and restaurants. So friends, I hope you liked this video, and I also hope this itinerary has helped you plan your 5-day Switzerland trip, and I hope you have the most incredible time. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching friends. Have a nice day. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal and Salam.